Let's talk about Strontium Dog. So, Warlord last month or so released Strontium Dog, which is their first game in the 2000 AD universe. They took the 2000 AD license on after the relationship between Rebellion and Mongoose finished. It's a 50 quid starter. I ended up getting it for less than 40 due to the 15% eBay sale, which made it a really easy choice. This is a full boxed game for a little bit more than one of the Kill Team expansions. So Strontium Dog I read loads of when I was young. Those of you who didn't grow up in the 80s might not be that familiar with 2000 AD. 2000 AD is a science fiction and fantasy comic that's been going throughout the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. There's lots and lots of stuff in it, Judge Dredd being the most well known. But Strontium Dog is also a staple. So let's have a look. We've got two sets of counters, one in red, one in black, so that's one for each player. We've got, packed by that person, we've got some cards, so equipment and strategy basically, I think. We've got the miniatures, the dice and the Warlord bases. So I'll do a short video on prepping and basing metal miniatures in a second. Yeah, dice, custom 2000 AD dice and D6s, a Warlord flyer, put that to one side, black powder 2s coming out soon, cards for the various characters, so notoriety 22, so notoriety I think is based at the points value. So if we take a look, we've got the good guys, Johnny Alpha, the Gronk and Wolf Sternhammer, who together are 25, notoriety 40, and we've got Max Bubba, who's 18, Lowdown McPhee and Impetico Jones, who are 11 for 29, and Brute Mosley and Skull for another 11, also 40. So you've got 5 models on one side and 3 on the other. I think, yeah, for an even match. So that explains how that works. We also have a scenario book with artwork from the comics, which you can find. So yeah, you've got Strontium Dog and Outlaws. So yeah, 5 models versus 3 models. You've got 1, 2, 3 scenarios. You've also got a Sarissa Precision Scenery set. So this gives you enough for, basically it's like a little solar farm. You've got 6 different scenery pieces, or is it 7? 7 different scenery pieces that you can put together that are MDF and card. And then you've got the full rulebook. So the full rulebook is 20 quid on its own, but does come with an alternate Johnny Alpha figure. And yep, it gives you the cards in the back that you can photocopy and cut out if you want to. Campaign, talks about narrative scenarios. Various types of, okay, lets you buy vehicles, lets you build your own allies, so I'll have to have a dig through and see what I've got knocking around. Yeah. So it's going to take a little bit of time for me to go through this. It lets you create your own characters and your own mutants. Yeah. Details on a whole bunch of the stuff that's being released at the moment. So you've got Darks and Howlers. You've got Slabhead and his Dervish dogs. You've got various outlaws. You've got Strontium dogs. You've got the Weirds and the Styx brothers. Okay. So yep, you've got the various Strontium agents. Yeah, so there's plenty to start with in here, which also supports the first couple of waves of releases. And then you get to the rules. So I need to have a good read of that before I can give a detailed opinion on it. But let's have a little quick look at the figures. I'm going to zoom in quite close so you can see these. So here we've got the Search and Destroy agents. We've got a very nice Johnny Alpha with 2 blasters. We've got a Gronk clutching his head and possibly one of his hearts and carrying a little medical kit. We've got Wolf Sternhammer with the Happy Stick. We've got a variety of outlaws, 2 of which are multi-part but only require glue in one piece. So I like them. Thing is, for about 36 quid, which is what I spent on this, this is a really good set. So I'm gonna dig out and have a look and see what else I've got that matches this scale, which is about the right size as the old Mongoose stuff. Certainly there'll be lots of science fiction skirmish-y things that I could throw on this, and you've got rules for creating your own characters, so I'll have a good old look. But the figures are clean, crisp casts, look like the artwork in the comics. A little bit of flash comes right off. So I'm going to do a little video on building these and basing them, just to demonstrate how you put together metal models. But looking at them, these are some exceptionally good sculpts. I bet these have been digitally sculpted, but they're good, clean, crisp metal sculpts that look really nice. So this is going to be a little bit of a passion side project for me, because I've got kill team events coming up. I want to be painting lots of kill teams. I want to get my Adeptus Titanicus stuff done, but as a little palette cleanser, painting these guys up 1 or 2 at a time as a little project and doing little videos on it, yeah, strikes me as a good idea. So I'll be back showing you how to put all the models together, but my initial unboxing is fairly positive. You get everything in the set that you need to play the games. You get 2 40 notoriety forces. Miniatures are impressive. The components, they put plenty of stuff in for you to be able to play games straight away. This isn't one of those you buy a set and you immediately need to go and buy something else. If you're playing 40 notoriety forces, it comes with 2, which is a decent skirmish size, and terrain, and dice, and counters, and rulebook, and cards for all the stuff you've got, and the tactics cards, and the chicanery cards, and the armory cards. So yeah, it's first look, high production values, all the components you need, good subject matter because it's Strontium Dog, and if you're the right age then you'll love stuff like this. But yeah, I like it. So I'll be back in a minute to put all these things together and base them, then I'll leave them to dry overnight and undercoat them tomorrow. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit like or subscribe. If you feel strongly, leave a comment below, Otherwise, good gaming.